He's sitting on this bench in the back of the truck. Travis says he's going with his foot on the brake pretty much 3 or 4 miles an hour. Drives all the way around thinking, I'm not going to go back into this mess down here. I'll drive around. And when he drives around, you've now learned about this dog leg. That black line essentially is the dog leg. You can't see past it. Travis tells you the first thing he sees is Mr. Arbery doing a U-turn right there at the crest of that turn. What does he do? He watches. Does he drive at him? No. Does he try to tackle him? No. Does he try to put a shotgun at him? No. Does he yell at him? No. He's trying to continue to assess the situation in a reasonable, prudent fashion. Then he drives across the dog leg, comes all the way to the end of the street, and he sees Mr. Arbery again with this truck. Again, with this truck, tangled up with this truck. And what looks like, again, aggression at the truck. So Travis stops. He stops. He's thinking to himself, why is this guy not running through this open yard? This is Satilla right here. This is Holmes. This is where he sees the truck. What is with it that this guy's not going this way? And who is that truck? What is happening? Instead, they both run around Travis, back up around the dog leg. And Travis says, okay, I'm watching, I'm looking, I'm going to pull forward, stop in my car at the end of the street, and I'm just going to take up a spot right here. I'm going to take up a spot here. I know that he's currently not over here. I know he's not behind me. I can see my house right there. I can see up Satilla Drive, and I'm looking up homes. I'm just going to take up residence right here, and I'm going to watch to see what happens next. Because maybe this guy will come back, and we can stop him, or maybe he'll just keep running that way. Maybe he'll keep running that way, and I can tell the police, I'm pretty sure he's not this way, pretty sure he's not over here, he's not there. He's headed that way. What he doesn't know is that Mr. Arbery is turning around up on the other side of the dog leg. And this is where our video picks up with Roddy Bryant. By now, it should be clear. Travis doesn't even know where Roddy Bryant is. To say that Roddy Bryant's turn up there and to follow him back, Travis has no idea what's happening behind the blind side of that curve. And still doesn't know who this truck is and why this gentleman is interacting with it in the way that he is. But this is what's happening unbeknownst to Travis. Mr. Arbery turns around, and you get a quick glimpse of what's up the street, and it isn't Travis McMichael's truck. It isn't there. It's because it's all the way back down Holmes near Satilla. The state is going to play the recording that you've heard of Mr. Bryant turning, driving and revving and doing all this stuff. This will be the third interaction that Mr. Arbery will have coming at this truck. And Mr. Bryant is freaked out, to say the least. So freaked out, he drops his phone. This is where the phone drops and goes pitch black for about a minute. And in this time, you'll hear sounds. You'll hear engine noise. You'll hear turning. You'll hear shifting. You'll hear seat belts clanking. You'll hear the three-point turn eventually. He says, well, you know what? I'm going to head back that way. But what you don't hear on that phone, even after audio enhancement, even after any kind of working with audio specialists and digital specialists, you'll never, ever hear any yelling and no communication between Travis or Greg. The state wants you to think that it's at this moment Greg McMichael drives by and says, I'm going to blow your GD head off. Well, if he said it, you'd have heard it. It'd been on that telephone, and they'd have played it for you. It ain't there. So, Roddy Bryant is all the way up. This blue mailbox down here, a little closer up picture, is where Mr. Arbery turns around. This is the demonstration video with Seacrest. And this is Mr. Bryant's actual video. This is how far up the road he is. This is the minute that he's been with his phone down on the floor. And in this minute, 2 times Mr. Arbery is going to run towards Travis. First time, turn around and go back. And the second time, he'll turn around and go back. And that's where that video will pick him up, on the second time. So, the first time, Ahmaud Arbery comes across that dog leg. He's coming at Travis. At this moment, he's looking into Travis's eyes, and he's coming at him, and ultimately is going to get within 10 feet of him running while Travis is saying, "Stop, do not come any closer, stop right there, stop." No gun in his hand, just saying, "Stop, do not come any closer." Now at this moment, Travis has already had his experience, obviously, where he reached for the gun before, where he was acting bold. He's not going to forget that. He's not going to forget that he just saw what looked like attacking this truck, acting violent, being bold. And none of what he experienced that day will be forgotten. Trying to talk to him. "We want to talk to you. What's going on? We've called the police." And noting that he's not acting right, something is off, and Dad's saying, "Going back there," and he said, "No way, I'm not going back to that." But now, he's running at Travis. We have proof that he was on that truck because his palm print is right there, and it's consistent with a right thumbprint right there. That's just one piece of proof that his hands were on the door that supports Travis's belief that he was trying to get into that truck. And here he comes. And Travis finally takes a stand and says, "Do not come any closer to me." Ultimately, Travis, when he gets about 10 feet, reaches into the truck like this, and that's what causes Mr. Arbery to turn. And he runs all the way back. Travis testified, "I ran to him for about 10 yards. I don't know, because my main concern is this guy's got a gun. I'm trying to avoid the whole situation from happening." So he watches him. There's two options here. There's watching him until the police arrive and giving directions, and there's also stopping him. But he's not going to chase him to stop him. But he is going to try to stop him and detain him, especially when he's coming at him. So he watches. Again, taking up, looking out, trying to be ready. And by the way, where are the police? Where are they? They should be here by now. That's what he says to his dad. "Where the heck are the police? Did you call the police?" "No, I don't have my cell phone on me." He's like, "What? Dad, God." Dials the number, gives it, listens, gives it to him. Again, it's what they do. They call the police. And now Ahmaud is coming back for the second time. Travis felt, and it was through rehabilitation on redirect examination that we learned during his interview with Nohili, he was telling Nohili the same things. There's something not there. This gentleman's not connecting it up. Something's not right. I'm telling him to quit, stop coming at me. I see where it's going. The second time around, I see where this is going. And by the way he was acting prior to, I don't know if he had a weapon on him. An aggravated assault, by the way, is a felony that can be committed by the use of fists. The threat of the use of a dangerous object or weapon. The threat of it. The intent to use your fists to create serious bodily injury. Fists are that weapon. And right now, as Ahmaud Arbery is running toward Travis McMichael, he could have a gun, and he definitely has fists. And he's coming straight at him after being told the first time to stop and turn around and didn't do it until Travis had to reach inside his car. That has now put him on alert. The second time that Mr. Arbery comes down the street, Travis says he gets 30 to 40 feet from him. He's afraid that he will be on him in a matter of seconds. He is afraid that he will beat him with his fist or whatever weapon he might have. And he's scared. And so he's done what he thinks the law allows him to do, which is to try to de-escalate that approach by showing force. Showing force necessary to prevent Travis himself or his father from getting beaten and possibly killed. And so he raises the gun. And he does it to defend himself, to protect himself. They call it the 21-foot rule. So he was a little early. He was at 30 to 40. But he did it because he was afraid. And what happens is it causes a reaction from Ahmaud. He changes from the left side of the road to the right, but then he starts coming back at Travis across the road again, and then gets even closer. He starts on the left. It causes him to change, but then he comes back again. Once the gun is down, he comes back again and changes to the left side of the road, and now we see him going back over toward the right. Now, Travis, this is his truck looking down on it. Travis is here, originally in the door jamb, but he told you, as Mr. Arbery came closer, he did this and made him change direction. Now he's coming, he's wavering on the road, and so Travis is walking away. He's backing up. He's not charging at him. He's backing up to try to create space and distance. He has this gun here, and he is literally watching him. We see his foot plant right there, and Travis is thinking to himself, please turn, please turn, please turn. That's what he told y'all. That's what he told Nohilly. Please turn into this yard. Please don't come at me. I am backing up. I'm just trying to keep an eye to make sure. Please don't come at me. And as he comes around to the far side of the truck, he can't see him. He's backed up over here, but so he's stepped up over here to try to get a look at what's happening because he's afraid that Mr. Arbery is going to be down or finally go for the gun or seek cover or something. Please turn, please turn. Please go off into this yard. He never, ever, when he left his driveway that day, thought that things would end this way. Not ever. He told us, I'm on the left side of my truck. I'm waiting for him to get by. He told us, if he would have run by me, no problem. I was giving him the opportunity to run by me. Travis doesn't have a duty to retreat. He's allowed to stay where he thinks he is lawfully allowed to be and to try to defend himself and others. And then Ahmaud takes that turn. Not this turn, but this one. And you'll see his feet come, his elbow raises, and Travis is thinking, if this guy gets a hold of my shotgun, this is not going to end well. He's going to end up with the shotgun and kill me. Travis is thinking, my son. Ahmaud comes around, squares up, and you will see Travis's head is right there. His head never comes past that seat post. But you will see Ahmaud come across to Travis, and the first shot happens right over here. You can watch up top as he moves across. You see the white shirt moving across in between those two headrests, and you see Travis's head never comes beyond that front end of his truck. It's all up here with the t-shirt. Right here, his head is down. He's in full charge. First shot has already happened. You can see the same movement under the truck. If you'll look here, this is the shadow. It's kind of, eventually becomes kind of circular like a stop sign. But you'll see it moving in between these wheels right here. You see it? There it is, moving back, coming forward, coming all the way across. He's charging with his feet. Travis is trying to brace himself. Is there any question that Ahmaud Arbery had his hands on this firearm? Any question at all? Travis, in his interview, told you, I was under shock, I was under stress, I don't know. If he had his hand on the gun, I think he did. I think he did. I think he had my shirt, I think he was punching me. Travis is in a state of disrepair. There is no question that Ahmaud's hands are on this gun. And the medical examiner from that stand told you that if Ahmaud Arbery is grabbing this gun and trying to pull it away, that as the gun gets pulled out of his hands and fired, it could fire right on that wrist and shoot into the chest and go across the body. Pull it straight out. No question. This is about this gun. Travis turns into Ahmaud, trying to use his entire body, pulls the end of the shotgun away from him, gets pushed across the road into the grass, and the second shot goes off. Here's the plume, and it's believed that it didn't hit Mr. Arbery. Travis, coming out of the grass now, trying to yank this gun from Mr. Arbery. Again, trying to yank it away from him. Ahmaud's hand still on it. Ahmaud's fist now raising. Is there any question that Ahmaud Arbery is assaulting Travis McMichael right before that third shot? Not one single bit of question. And that third shot goes off. And these two men end where they started, face to face, looking into each other's eyes. Never a word being spoken by Mr. Arbery. And it is absolutely horrific and tragic that this has happened. And again, this is where the law is intertwined with heartache and tragedy. You are allowed to defend yourself. You are allowed to use force that is likely to cause death or serious bodily injury if you believe it's necessary. At that moment, Travis believed it was necessary. This is a law that is for a person in Travis's situation. And you can do it to prevent death to yourself or a third person, or to prevent the commission of a forcible felony, like aggravated assault. Aggravated assault is a felony which can occur by use of fists. Greg McMichael with a hip replacement, heart attack, stroke, sitting in the back of that truck. Travis was afraid for him. If this was a case about wanting to murder a black jogger, if this was really a case about that, Travis would not have reacted the way he reacted. It was described to you by Brooke Perez. She talked about how totally freaked out he looked, how totally discombobulated he was, and she was right. The officer saying, just breathe, just breathe. Just take a minute, just breathe. Just calm down. I know, just hold on a second. It was from that spot to this spot, within just an hour and a half of what had happened, where he would be brought for several hours of questioning. He was afraid. He was in shock. His adrenaline was still going through his body. You guys know how fear and worry works. You sat here through jury selection all day and probably felt that just by getting asked questions for an hour. Travis testified, even though he didn't have to. The judge will give you the law that cloaks Travis in sort of a shield of silence. You don't have to testify. You are presumed innocent. You have the right to remain silent. The state has to prove that you did that. You don't have to get up there and testify. He did, because he wanted you to understand what happened from him. He told you about the thefts and the burglaries, the totality of the facts, why he believed what he did, that he wanted to follow him, that he wanted to talk to him, that he wanted to stop him, for the police to detain him. Don't be fooled by this word arrest. You don't have to announce you're under arrest. He told you why he raised the gun, because he was afraid that he would be on him within seconds. And the gun did exactly what he hoped it would be. It deterred him. And why ultimately he shot. The state wants to criticize Travis for testifying. I thought of this example as the state was talking about bias and prejudice. Travis is a liar. He's a liar because he has everything to gain by testifying here. He's got everything to lose by testifying. We are judgmental people. He's got 2 hours to tell you what happened, at the risk of all of you sitting in judgment of him and saying, I don't believe him. He's got everything to lose. But should he be labeled as so biased because the state indicted him for murder and brought this case to a trial where he has the right to testify if he wants to? Should we label him biased and motivated and a liar because he took the stand? How about I say to any of you, prove your name. Prove to me what your name is. I'm going to make up a name since we're not naming you and we're not identifying you. My name is Patricia. Okay, Patricia, prove your name is Patricia. Well, okay, my mother. I'll bring my mother into court. What are we going to say about your mother? Well, of course she wants to help you prove your name is Patricia because she's your mother. She loves you. She's on your side. See, that's how that works. Well, here's a piece of paper that says, here's a piece of mail that says my name is Patricia. Well, of course you bring that document, but where'd that come from? You could have doctored that up. This kind of stuff, while credibility is for you to determine, this whole assuming that somebody is biased simply because they elect to come and tell you what happened is a game. It's an unfair game. I wanted to show you the law about arrest and what it says, that it doesn't require you actually announcing that you are under arrest. It's doing any seizing or taking or detaining, either by touching or by any act indicating an intention. Stop where you are, stop right now, and at the last moment, he said stop and get on the ground. Even along Holmes or Burford, stop, stop, I want to talk to you, stop. He's trying to detain him. Travis could have not gotten in his car. Travis could have told his dad, this is not going to work today, Dad. You can't sit in the baby seat. Let's just go back inside. Travis could have watched Ahmaud run down the road. He could have done everything other than what actually happened. He could have done any of that and wishes that he would have. But that does not mean that his actions on that day weren't rooted in the law that enabled him to go out there based on everything he knew to do what he did that day. Travis could have is another red herring. It's a flawed argument to take you off and to make you feel emotional about this case. That we would be here but for. Well, of course that's true. But then we could go back and say Travis wouldn't be here but for his grandparents making his mother and father. But for is loose. That is not what we're talking about here. We're talking about probable cause, totality of circumstances, actual events. But for is some loosey-goosey, illegitimate term. You will not see it in the definition of probable cause. Travis told you, understanding that what he could have done differently that day would mean that Ahmaud Arbery was still alive. He told you. I know that. I know that I killed somebody. And me, and him, and our families, we will never be the same. And he carries that with him every day. The murder charge, along with the felony murder charge, the intentional acts is what those are broken down to. Intentionally choosing to commit a crime that either intends to take the life of somebody or ultimately takes the life of somebody. The only time in this case where life was in danger was at the very end of Holmes when Mr. Arbery chose to cut that turn and go all the way across the front of that truck. Every time they encounter each other on this road, 3 times in front of Roddy Bryant's house, 2 times at the end, 2 times down here. If he wanted to kill him, that's just a nonsensical argument. This was not about taking someone's life that day. Mr. Rubin mentioned to you in his opening statement about duty and responsibility. And I agree with that. Travis felt a duty and responsibility. He has felt it when he served in the Coast Guard. He's felt it to his community, and he felt it on this day, on the 23rd of February, and he felt it during this trial when he took the stand and testified. He felt it was his duty and responsibility to do that. The state, too, has a duty and responsibility. They have a responsibility to be honest with you, to incorporate all of the facts, and take on their burden. The state spent 2/3 of their opening argument saying what we were going to say. It was like 2 kids getting in trouble, and the first one that gets to the parent and says, so-and-so did something, and the parent needs to say, well, hold on a second, let's hear from the other child. They have a duty to you to prove under the law that Travis, at the time he raised that gun, was not in fear. That at the time Travis shot Mr. Arbery, as he came across the front of that car and held the gun and punched him, that he was not in fear of receiving a serious injury or death. And they have a duty to prove to you that when Travis stopped to talk to Ahmaud, that he did so to commit a felony of aggravated assault. That means every time you're walking in your neighborhood and somebody pulls up a truck next to you and says hi or hey, they've committed an aggravated assault or a false imprisonment. Where's the evidence of that? The last duty that is here is yours, and this is a very, very tough one. You all understand, and I will not belabor, the lengths that we have gone to meet you, to understand who you are, to understand your background, to understand the thoughts that you have about certain things, and the way that we communicated with each other for several hours to arrive at the point where we felt in our hearts and our minds that you all would carry the banner of the duty and the responsibility that is yours as jurors. This courtroom is sacred. It is our last place for truth. It is where we pull it from the witnesses if we have to, and we present it to you. And we ask that you hold it dear, and that you accept your duty to not erode the law as you sit here and think about what the law allows a citizen to do. It is going to take courage. It's going to take courage to set aside what you think and feel, what may be trying to penetrate you from other sources that you have tried to do your best to avoid, and to focus on the bare facts of this case that have been captured on photograph and on video that have been testified to in this courtroom. It will take courage. In every count in this case, you're going to be asked to make a decision about each person accused. Travis McMichael will have his form, Greg McMichael his, and Roddy Bryant his. And you will be given the option on every one of these charges for not guilty or guilty. The evidence that's been demonstrated to you, I think, is overwhelming, but it doesn't come without hardship on you, consequence for these families. But I think the evidence is clear in this case. Travis had spent 9 years in the Coast Guard, search and rescue, policing the water, sometimes 200 feet offshore, going into situations that were very difficult, working with law enforcement, reaching out and extending his hand as firefighter, law enforcement officer combination. For the first time in his life, Travis is now in those waters. He is now the one who needs help. Our goal here has been to do everything we can to dive into those waters, to search for the truth, to pull it from the icy depths and to raise it to the surface. And we have done that. We have done that with Travis McMichael. We have carried him to the surface to you. And now the choice is yours. Will you do as he has done in the past to others? Will you reach out your hand and extend it to Travis McMichael and pull him out of those waters? I think if you've heard anything that I've said, there's only one decision. He is not guilty on all charges. I thank you all for your attention.